Troy at the hospital.
I really hope you weren't calling Catherine.
As a matter of fact, I am.
Were you planning to ask her if her mother was your father's mistress?
Well, not so directly, but yes.
George offered no proof that Kristen and Natasha escaped Helena's plans for them. He's old. He's probably got them confused with someone else.
Well, George said that Natasha and Kristen were sent to America to a place called Serenity. Catherine Bell was raised on an estate bearing the same name. Now, you'd have to admit that would be an unusual coincidence.
I understand that you want to find out whether or not she's your sister, but at least do it privately. We'll use one of our investigators. I'll have a full report by morning.
No, I appreciate you wanting to help, Alexis, but I will handle this in my own way.
What if George is right? Catherine will be in danger, and you'll have put her there.
Catherine Bell.
Catherine, it's Stefan.
I've been expecting your call.
I need to ask you something. Do you have time?
I'm in the middle of a meeting.
This is very important.
Can we discuss it later?
All right. At the hospital.
All right.
I'll see you there. Now tell me, Alexis, how will I be putting Catherine in danger?
Very dangerous. If Stefan becomes even slightly suspicious, he's most likely to go back to George.
Who will panic, admit that he lied, and say that the whole thing was my idea.
Do you think Stefan would...
No. But he might expel me from the family. Make sure that I lose everything that's important to me.
Don't make me sorry I told you.
All right. But if the situation arises and you need help, you must promise to come to me. Hmm?
I promise.
Good. Good luck, Catherine.
I'm sorry. I should have knocked.
Oh, no. We have nothing to hide. Catherine's passion for me has long been common knowledge, huh? Well, I have business to conduct. Bye, my dear.
Bye, Edward.
Good day, Cassadine.
Good day. There's something I need to know. Who else has a key to this library?
Nobody. But nothing's happening here. And I get the feeling that nothing's going to be happening tonight either.
What do you mean?
You're sad.
And you're perceptive. Catherine, more than anything in the world right now, I want to be with you. But...
Business.
as usual, I'm sorry.
Don't be. I understand. Besides, waiting for what you really want often makes it better. I know that you have enormous responsibilities. And if you feel a need to complain, I'm happy to listen.
Frankly, I'm weary of stories of how difficult it is to be a Cassadine. Why don't you tell me what it's like to be Catherine Bell?
Well, it's the best thing that's happened to me so far.
No, seriously. There's still so much I don't know about you.
All right. Where should I start?
How about, growing up at Serenity?
Oh, boy, you really got it bad, don't you? Well, despite the hand-me-down clothes, there were some high points being the cook's daughter.
Which were?
I was the official tester and spoon licker of all my mother's creations.
And what about your father? Do you have any memories of him?
Avery Stanton was a rich man who owned the mansion where my mother worked. To call him my father would be a stretch.
But technically, according to what you've told me...
As my mother was dying, she finally told me the truth. The two of them had had an affair, and I was the result.
Did you ever confirm it?
People don't lie on their deathbeds. What would be the point?
I can see why you'd be compelled to take your mother's word.
I have more than her word. I've got proof.
Oh, I know that. Believe
Me that Avery Stanton admitted he was your father.
He never even looked at me.
Well, then, did he say something to your mother?
All I ever heard him say was, "Nice tort. Let's have it again tomorrow night."
I'm sorry, Catherine. You said that you had some kind of proof.
I do. And not anything anyone said. Scientific proof. The very best kind. Why it was so important to me. Well, yes, I do. But I have gotten older, and my neuroses have grown up, too. Anyway, it finally became possible. Never mind how. So I had a DNA match run on Avery Stanton to prove that he was my father.
And did the test prove it?
Well, there's proof and there's proof. The test results said that I could be and probably was and am a Stanton. Genetically speaking, that is.
Probably.
Well, it seems that science has caught up with the rest of the world with not being sure about anything nowadays.
Well, did the report mention the degree of probability? I'm sorry, is that an odd question?
No more odd than the last 5 or 6. Why are you so interested in who my father was?
Wouldn't I be interested in your background, your parents, everything about you?
You poor baby. You can't help yourself, can you? It's all right.
What?
You're checking my pedigree.
Why would I do that?
In case you had to explain it to someone. Your mother.
I long ago stopped explaining myself to my mother.
I don't mind. I may not be an aristocrat, but I used to be preoccupied with my pedigree. I was so desperate that I even had Avery Stanton's DNA mapped after he died. He never would have permitted it while he was alive. They warned me in advance that the tests might prove that he wasn't my father, but they could never prove that he was. I can't remember now how close they said the match was. It's funny. I used to know it to the 4th decimal. It stopped being important. It didn't tell me anything useful about myself.
Still, it might be useful one day.
Why? How? My mother told me everything I needed to know. She was dying. Why would she lie? Especially after lying about it all my life.
Well, she wouldn't, of course.
I may be illegitimate, but the Stanton bloodline is not that bad. Of course, it's not like yours.
I need to go.
Did I say something wrong?
No, it's late.
I'll see you later. Not at the hospital here, but, you know, alone.
Soon.
You promised.
I know I did. It's the test.